This is Dr. Matthew Pasto. I'm a radiologist in the San Jose area, and my connection to this exhibit is that my father is Tarmo Pasto, the artist who discovered and helped proliferate Martin Ramirez's work. And his unique look on things was the analysis of how people drew and what it might reflect of their mental state. So when he got the chance to go to DeWitt State Hospital, that was a wonderful beginning to more of his more in-depth work. And to find an artist at DeWitt, which he can study and help to foster his creative impulses, was just perfect. Well, many of my discussions were back in the 60s when I was still relatively young, and I heard my father discussing with other psychologists and artists about the work and the significance of some of the lines, some of the placement of the figures. And I was just noticing on one of this train going up a hill and then into the tunnel, it seems like the ties of the railroad tracks stop before the tunnel. It's almost like his foundation, his basis or security is disappearing as this track just sliding off into the darkness. And so that's something that one might think about. What was the artist thinking when he created that image? And many times the train is half emerged from the tunnel and starting to steam along the tracks. So it could be that life is rushing by. I wonder, with this image, Untitled Courtyard, the artist was reminiscing of his childhood, and of course way back he was emerging from the birth canal, and the shape is similar to what one might envision. Additionally, with the animals in the background and the image of the child, this may be a wish of a simpler childhood. It's interesting that the close-knit walls around almost looks like a baby in a bassinet with walls around him. He seems to be caged in by these walls with a repetitive arc-like patterns. And the animals are running free outside, and then further in the distance is the train taking off for unknown parts. Once he got to the horse and rider, the side portrait look of the rider had a looking out eye, not necessarily a paranoid eye, but the face on riders, and the horse often had the wide open eye with the pinpoint pupil indicating a fear, an urgency in the situation. And the riders are often shown handling a gun, reflective of some of the disturbances in Mexico at the time when he was in California. Martin was committed to an institution. Just being free, perhaps, was just more than he could cope with. And so we have this horse that's scared, this rider that's sometimes menacing, but it's in a box. He's contained, so he's more under control. Must have gave him a sense of security somehow, that he can't get me, he is in a box. And the hard, straight lines around him, so it's security, it's something stable and firm and concrete, so to speak. We're now trying to expose my father's artwork to more people, and have started a website where many of his paintings can be seen, and also those of one of his main mentor, Kristin Midjo. So the website is midjo-pasto-gallery. It's MIDJO.
Señores, traigo dinero.